Hey Foxes, I'm Katie.
And I'm Haley, and welcome back to RFTV.
In school news, frostbites will be on campus Friday during all 3 lunches. Costs range from $3 to $5, cash only. Be sure to pick up a sweet treat.
Do you love planet Earth? Want to help make HHS a greener place? Join the Environmental Club at their first interest meeting in room 313 after school on Wednesday. If you have any questions, get in touch with Miss Rebecca Thompson by email.
The National Honor Society of the Dance Arts will have its first meeting of the school year on Wednesday, August 17th at 3:40 p.m. in the dance studio. Any student interested in joining should attend the meeting. It will only last a few minutes. You do not need to be a current dance student to attend. If you have any questions, see Ms. Almond in the dance studio.
Fall sports are already in full swing. To begin today's episode, JD had the chance to speak with Coach Boob about the start of Red Fox sports.
I'm about to interview Coach Boob, the athletic director, on upcoming fall sports. What sports are coming this season?
So we got 7 of them in the fall. We got cross country, tennis, golf, swim, competitive cheer, football, and volleyball.
Okay. So, what do you need to come up for those?
So to do any sport, at Hartsville High and just across the state, you have to do Planet High School, which is just your pre-participation requirements. That's the concussion forms, the e-signature, emergency contacts, that type of stuff. And then you have to have a physical on file, and you can get a physical done at urgent care. There's a couple different clinics, there's doctor's office, but you have to have all that on file before you can come out. But then at that point, once you have all that cleared, you just talk to the coach and show your interest and see what they need from you.
Thank you. How can you become a better student through athletics?
I think athletics shows you a little bit of discipline, and it makes you have time management. So you got to budget your time right, and by doing that, it shows a little more accountability of doing the little things right, because you need that to be successful in your sport, but you also need to do that to be successful in the classroom. You got to be able to budget your time for homework. You got to be able to have discipline that you know that you're gonna have to sacrifice maybe some other time to get things done. And on top of that, if you don't do the academics right, you won't be able to get on the field anyways. So you got to do that part first. But it really teaches you a lot of those lessons and accountability for getting that type of work done.
Oh, yes, sir, yes, sir. Is there anything else you want to say?
So one thing to plug kind of for the athletics is we are going to start a new student season pass this year. And so we're going to release all this next week. And so, the week of the 15th, that way it's a couple weeks before our first games for all of our fall sports. But we'll have, it's $60, which sounds like a lot right at the beginning, but it's a student pass for the entire year. So that gets you into every regular season fall sport, winter sport, and spring. So if you're one that comes to a lot of games, that you'll be saving a ton of money by getting that pass right at the beginning. But if you don't get the pass, we'll do a student ticket at each regular season home game, which is discounted. And so you'll just pay cash at the gate, have your student ID with you, because you'll have to have your ID to get in. But we plan on doing student tickets this year. So come to the games. We need fans. We need your support. We need you there.
Well, thank you, Coach Rick. All right.
Thanks, guys. We're looking forward to a great year of athletics here at HHS. Next up, Carly and Campbell are happy to be highlighting a special teacher here on campus. Let's see who this teacher is.
Foxes, I'm Campbell, and me and Carly got to interview a new teacher at Hartsville High.
I'm Mr. Nelson, and I teach World History and U.S. Government and Econ. This is my first year teaching. So I think the best thing about being a teacher is helping people learn and seeing students make those connections that help them become more educated. I think the kids in the community here, the teachers all care about moving the kids in the same direction and helping kids reach their best potential.
Thank you, Mr. Nelson. Now back to the anchors.
Thanks, guys. We really do have some great teachers here on campus. The beginning of the semester always brings map testing for English and math classes. Haley had the chance to find out why it's so important on campus.
And I'm here to interview Ms. Pickford about some map testing questions.
Hi guys, Dr. Pickford here with a little bit of information about your map testing you'll be taking in your English and math classes. It's really important data that teachers use to help us plan and prepare for how we're going to address issues that you might have in your reading, writing, or any of your math skills. So it's important that you do your absolute best, and while the grades don't count on the first assessment, we still want to get an accurate picture and make sure that we can see where you are and where we can help you advance. So please take this test seriously. Do your best so that we can do our best to better meet your needs.
Thank you, Ms. Pickford. Now back
Thanks for the info. Earth Club is just one of the many clubs on campus you can join to further enjoy your experience as HHS. Georgiana had the chance to talk with Mrs. Thompson to get more details about the
Georgiana, this week I got to interview Ms. Thompson about the Environmental Club.
So Environmental Club is a student-led volunteer club that does a lot of different things. Like what we do depends on what the students want to do. We help clean up campus, we help plant things around campus. Some years we go to the farmer's market, some years we go hiking. So like if you love the earth and you like being outdoors, the Environmental Club is good. You should come to the interest meeting next week. It is going to be right after school in room 313. So the Environmental Club, you need 25 service hours and to attend 90% of the meetings, and then you'll get a cord when you graduate with Environmental Club. If you just want to participate, then just come to the meetings and show up to what you want to show up to.
Thank you,
Want to buy a yearbook? We caught up with Miss Ingalls for more details if you plan to purchase a yearbook this year.
Boxes, I'm Carly, and this week I got to interview Miss Ingalls about the yearbook.
So kids should buy yearbooks because it's a whole year of your memories that you make, and you're only here for 4 years, hopefully. And we've really tried to revamp the yearbook in the last year that I've had it to make it more inclusive so that it's a true representation of Hartsville High School, and I think we did a great job last year and we're going to continue that. So it's just a great way to look back from years to come, you know, on what you did in high school. We will be passing out order forms and advisories, so be looking for that. There's a QR code that you can scan, and those will be posted all through the high school that you'll be able to scan for. Yes, there's going to be a signing party again next year. Remember, your ticket to get into the signing party is your actual yearbook, so you cannot come unless you are actually buying the yearbook. It's going to be a little different this year. Last year it was a ton of fun, but it was so hot. So we're kind of planning a different kind of approach. You'll still get to miss class. You'll still get to enjoy a bunch of fun stuff. And then also the yearbooks will be guaranteed to be here this year where you'll actually get to sign them too. So that'll be a fun time.
Thank you, Miss Ingalls. Now back to the anchors.
Thanks, Mrs. Ingalls. That was really helpful. The marching band is in full swing with practices and preparation for the upcoming season. Here's Aaliyah with some information from the band leadership this year.
My name is Aaliyah Mason. It's a day I'm here with
Patrick Thomas.
What grade are you in?
I'm in the 12th grade.
And today we are here to ask some questions on band leadership and the marching band show. So Patrick, what expectations do you have for others who are band leaders?
The expectation is from them to push their sections along and be a kind shoulder.
And Patrick, what inspired you to do band?
I really love music, and at first I wanted to play drums, but I was introduced to tuba and I enjoyed it.
What exactly is the theme for the marching band show?
The theme is shattered optics, and it's the idea of shattered glass being reflected.
How do you feel about the show, and what exactly is your placement in the show?
I love this show, and in terms of placement, I play tuba, so mainly you'll hear me playing like the bass lower parts in the music.
So, Patrick, can you give us any tips on leadership and how to adjust to band?
Tips on leadership: always be a leader with action instead of just with a title. A title is just something that you're called, and leadership is what you do that makes you a leader. And to adjust the band, always be yourself and have an I can attitude. When I say I can, never say I can't.
And that's all for today, folks. Back to the anchors.
Thanks, guys. Well, that's all we have for you today, Foxes.
Stay foxy, Hartsville High.